Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Zoomed you in a little bit. So I'm going to try to make that bracelet that I started out making, but ended up changing my mind. And making the other one, I used the rondelle instead. Of the, you know what? I used the rondelle instead of the, I don't think I have 15 of those. Sorry. Instead of the 8-0 seed bead. So I figured I would try it today with the 8-0 seed bead. See if it works. And the cat's going to be a pain in the butt. Just saying. Because that's who he is. Ain't that right, Kid Socks? Oh, I used 11 O's, didn't I, on the top? I'll get it together eventually. Eventually. So, stop going back and forth. He's got his own little mat to lay on. You think he does? No. Okay, so I'm going to start with 2. Oh, I was using 2 needles, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. Okay. Excuse me, I need another needle. I'll be right back. Well, he just voiced his opinion. I'm just saying. Okay, so I have 2 wingspans on my 2 needles here. I'm using size 12 needles. I'm going to pick up a 2 11 O's, my clasp. I'm using a magnetic clasp. You can use whatever clasp you want. It's kind of small for, it's like dainty for toggles. My fingers don't work well with Whoozy Watsits either. Lobster claws. My new term, Whoozy Watsits. Okay, so we're going to bring that down to the center of our thread. And then we're going to pick up our tile. On the same side, put both of our needles on the same side. Bring that down. I better check the other holes because that one was a little tight. Okay. So that's going to be our underneath, and I'm not going to worry about... Now he wants out. I'll be right back. I truly love him. I do. Just some days, you know. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're coming out of the same side. What we're going to do, I'm not going to worry about the thread going over this because it's black. The other one I was worried about because I was using white thread with a pink bead. So I'm just going to cross over diagonally to the other side of my tile. 1 needle at a time. So we'll have a little X there, but you're not going to see it because that's the inside of your bracelet. But we want to be able to come out on the same side. So I'm crossing diagonally into the one next to that, the one I just went into, like that, making an X. that tight. So what I noticed with the other one is that it is just, like, it just fits. So I would add another section here, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so now I need 2 11/0s on each needle, and I'm using bronze, Toho bronze 11/0s, Toho bronze 8/0s, Toho black 15/0s. I think those are Toho bugle beads, 3mm. I have to check the label. I'm pretty sure they're Toho though. And the QuadraTiles are jet bronze Picasso. I'm pretty sure they're Toho. Sorry. Thought I had a label on them. Guess I don't. So these, for the most part, we're done with. I just need them at the end again. Unless I decide to change it up. I don't know. Okay, so now we're at the top. We're going to cross back through our clasp. And then go down the beads that are right next to where you're coming out of. Like that. So we just put these on, and we're going into those. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other needle. Pick it up, go into the side we're coming out of. And we want to come out next to this one. So let me get my thread out of the way so I can figure out where we're coming out of here. And we're coming out here. I want to go into here. And of course I got wrapped around things. It's a little fidgety to work with 2 threads when you're first starting out. Okay, so we're coming out of our clasp, right? So we have our choice of these 2 or these 2. But this thread is coming out of there, and we want to be next to it. So we're going to go into those 2. Now I'm hoping this works. I know the other one worked, and it came out, it looks pretty good, but I'm just checking to make sure I'm in the middle of my thread. I didn't think so. So when you're using 2 needles, you want your tails to be the same size, the same length. Obviously, my one is shorter than the other one. But also, it's not that much off. But, okay. So now, so I'm going to work this way. With my work on the bottom. My thread's coming out the bottom. Like that, okay? So, we're trying this. I don't know which way it's going to work, so I'm going to try it a couple different ways. Excuse me. I'm going to pick up a 15, my bugle, a 15, an 8/0. Did I say 8/0? Those are 8/0. Another 15, a bugle, and another 15. We're not going to go straight across this time. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but we're going to try this because I'm trying to make an X in the center. So instead of picking up my bead here, my next tile here, I'm going to pick it up here and see what happens. So I want it to cross over. So it doesn't really matter where you pick it up because it's just going to flip on you anyway. Okay, so now I wonder if it's going to make a difference. I'm going to try it both ways. I'm going to pick up a 15, a bugle, a 15. I'm going to go through that 8/0, just the 8/0. Pick up a 15, a bugle, and a 15. So I'm going to try with it diagonally first. Is it even going to be diagonal at all? Let me see this. I don't think it's going to matter. So I'm going into the hole on the right side this time instead of the left side. That's what I went into before. Yeah, so that's going to twist them on us. I don't want them twisting. Alright, so we have to do it the other way. Because if they twist on us, it's going to be too much to remember on our way back. So, it should be going into there. Okay. So I flipped it, and I went into the left, the whole left to the left of the thread that I had on there, so that it's like that. So that's sitting up like the other one, like that. I think it'll still look like the X that I want it to, but I'm wondering. I think I need those 15s to bridge the gap. You know? That's why I've been including them. Alright, I'm going to try it without them on this row. Because I can just take it out, you know? See what happens here. See how much of my thread you can see. You may not even need the 15s. We'll find out. My thread's getting crossed here. And the other way to do it, we'll see. Of course, I put it in the wrong hole, but I'm just... I don't know which way I like it. I think I like it with the 15s. I thought I would. I thought it would sit better, honestly. Excuse me. What did I do? Go through the wrong one? Excuse me. Must be allergy season starting already. Mold, I guess, underneath all that snow. Right. Kind of makes sense. Okay, so how did you twist? Did I actually put them in the wrong way? No, okay. All right, so it's just going to be, excuse me, a 15, a bugle, a 15, an 8, a 15, a bugle, a 15, and the bottom right of our tile bead. We're just going to do that all the way up. So we have a 15, bugle, 15, excuse me, and then into our 8. Then a 15, oh, whoops, lost my 15 there, bugle, 15, and through the left-hand bottom hole of our tile. Like that. Either that or I picked up some kind of something in my ventures. Okay. A 15, a bugle, a 15. Where are we? Okay. We're going to pick up this. And another 15, bugle, 15. So all together on our thread, we have that. Okay, and then we're going to pick up the bottom right of our tile. Like that. Sticking myself in the finger there. We want it to be this way. Then we're going to pick up our other needle. Pick up a 15, a bugle, and a 15. And then go through that 8-0. Okay. Got wrapped around my work. That's why I like to leave it down. But I wanted to show you. Okay. And 15 bugle, 15. Where'd my tile go? Into this hole, bottom left. So when you stand it up like that, you can tell which hole is which. Okay. I'm going to do that all the way down until I have, I think I'm going for a total of 14 tiles. Wait, let me measure that. Yeah, 14 tiles. That'll bring it to 7 inches, and then I have my clasp. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. So I'm not using 14, I'm using 13. Yeah. Now with this one, I used 13, but it shortened up on me. But I think that's because I went this way with the thread. So I don't think that's going to happen this time, but this is about 7 1/4 inches. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'd rather have it a little looser because I'm using the magnetic clasp. And when it gets tight, that clasp has a tendency to pop off. So I'm picking up the 2 11/0s. And I'm going to pick up my 2 11/0s and go down my side as well here, coming out of here. No, wait a minute. I have to go here. See, because my thread's going that way, so I have to come out of this one. Come into this one, rather. It's easier to tell with your beads on. But I do things, I don't know, strangely. Alright, so I'm coming out of that one. I have to go into my clasp. And then add my other 2 11/0s. And go into the only hole left. And then I'm going to, I mean, I know you guys can figure it out, but I'm going to show you anyway, just in case there's beginners watching. So I'm flipping my work the other way again. And I want my tiles to be facing up, which they seemed to have twisted and turned on me. So you want to make sure that they're straight. But they're going to move anyway, so I'm going to pick up a 15/0, a bugle, another 15/0, my 8-0. Although the other thing that we could do, maybe that's another bracelet. Let's go through there. That might be another bracelet. Actually, I did something like that already, right? Didn't I make it? Oh, I made it with the lentils, right? And yeah, I went through that gold one. Okay. We're not going to do that. We can. Just we would just be using the 8-0 instead of the 6mm bead. Where am I here? Got myself all tangled up. So you're going to have to play with these at each tile to make sure that they're facing the right way. You want to make sure that your beads aren't crossed. So picking up the 8-0, 15-0 bugle, 8-0, and going into that hole because I'm kind of on that side. So, and if you wanted to, you could just do that all the way up and then fill it in. That's up to you. I think you could do that. But me, I'm going to complicate my life. Oh, what happened here? I love when your thread gets that little bitty piece of tail wraps around. I mean, really. What is it, half an inch? I'm going to leave it for now. I can move it up, so that's all I care about. So then I'm going to pick up my 15-0, my bugle, 15-0, go into that 8-0, and then go into that other hole. No, I didn't pick up my 15-0. I didn't pick up the extra. Don't go into your 8-0 yet. Pick up your 15-0 and your bugle and your 15-0. There you go. That's better. So I'm just going to do that all the way up. And then I'm also going to do that on the sides. So it's going to be like the other one a little bit. The only thing is you're going straight up. I wanted to make an X looking thing, but it's not working out. Weird. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I could try it a different way. But anyway. And pick up my 15-0, my bugle. My 15-0 and 8-0. 15 bugle and 15. Look at that. And then I'm going to go into, see now those are twisted up there. Or the one on the left this time, so. Okay. Just going to do that all the way up And I think I'm going to do the same on all four sides, I think. Because it makes sense to me to do it that way, so. It's going to look kind of like the other one, but with different beads, different color beads, and different. With the rondelle, it's going. Lord help me, what did I do? Oh boy, made a total mess there. What happened? How did that happen? See that? It's better. Okay. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. So I'm just going to do that all the way up and I'll be back. Okay, so I made it to the other end and I'm thinking and I'm going to do the same thing down all four sides and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll find out, right? So I have to go through this way. I think I will go. Okay, go there. Where am I here? I'm all tangled up. Okay, so I want to be on the side, right? So I'm going to go down here, which I think is the one I'm coming out of. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go down the one I'm coming out of on that side. And I think I picked up my 15-0 by accident. Yep. And I have a knot in my thread, so. That's why that wouldn't go through. Okay. Oh, that's you. Okay. Now what? I'm telling you. If it could happen, sometimes it seems like it will. Okay, so now I'm coming out of there. I'm trying to set us up so we can go down the side. And by the way, this was a brand new needle when I started today, just so you know. I'm really rough on needles. That's why I don't throw them out till the head breaks off. Okay, so we're going to be on that side. So what I want to do, somehow I have to come through my clasp so I can get out that side there. I'm going to go in this way, I guess. And then go down those two 8 O's, 11 O's. I had it right the first time. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to measure this just to make sure. It should be. Alright, so it's 7.5. So it's going to kind of be long for me, I think, but better long than, because it's a magnetic clasp, so All right, that'll work. That's fine. Perfect, actually. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing down the side and see what happens. So we're going to end up having same exact thing on all four sides. Kind of like, well, kind of like that one, but a little different because now we're having the extra seed beads and bugles. Move everything on there. Okay. I'm going to pick this needle up. You should be able to tell which one is which because which 8-0 was which because they'll have this one only has one line through it. Coming out of there, I'm going to go into the one next to it, which would be there. So it's going to basically be, it's going to have and on the other side I'm going to do the same thing. You can tell which ones are which because this has two going through it. This has two going through it. So when you add the other one, you'll be able to tell which one is which. So now that one has two through it. Okay, so I'm going to do that all the way down. And see how it works out, and I'll bring you back. It's going to kind of look like a 8-strand bracelet, sort of. Trying to get myself... We'll see. See, you can tell this one is not together, so like that one, that's the side we're working on. So when you get to, and you can tell all the way up, because that's the side that's done. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I got the one side done. So I only have one side left, and you can tell because that's the one with the gap in it. So I don't know. It's not really turning out the way I thought it would, but it's okay. It's all right. You know, maybe once I finish the other side, it'll look a little different, but I don't know. So this is what it's going to look like. It doesn't look like X's like I wanted it to. I don't know why, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, just thought I'd show you that. I'm not going to bring you back when the other side is done because you can see what it looks like anyway. So, you know, it's just going to be on all four sides. The X, the X that I wanted is going to be on all four sides, and you can tell that this one is not done. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.